Well, you might want to introduce yourself.
My name is Cherry. I've been in this industry of gold and silver for about 3 years, not too long, not too short. I started off as a paper gold and silver trader, and we're a little bit different from other traders because we believe that the fundamentals itself of supply and demand doesn't apply. We think that the market itself is manipulated with certain formula, and based on that knowledge, we are able to kind of pinpoint where the price is going to go for the next 7 days, 1 month, 6 months, or even 1 year down the road. It's a little bit crazy idea, people would say that that's not possible, but we have the other companies are able to train up a lot of traders with very profitable accounts. So based on that idea of manipulation that the market is fictitious, I went on and dig and find out what's the solution towards that, because it is injustice, you see. And I came to a point that it all boils down to one solution, which is gold and silver, physical gold and silver. And I started off bringing in my own stash, and within 24 hours, almost 80% of it was sold within 24 hours. And it got me an idea to, hey, you know what, let's bring in as a business while I'm stashing it for myself. And until today, I'm running my own gold and silver company, of course together with the other 2 business partners from Brunei. And this is our humble office.
Right, okay. The second question is the difference. What's the difference between what you do and the banks?
Well, the banks, basically, how they make money is by creating loans. The more that they create loans to you, the more profits that they make. For us, we encourage, instead of spending, we encourage savings, but not to use the money that you don't have to spend on gold and silver, but to allocate money that you're not going to use for the next 5 to 10 years, your disposable income. Some of them, what they do is, instead of spending money on insurance or putting in fixed D, they will allocate certain portion to us in gold and silver as a form of savings. Yeah, so that's a difference.
Okay, why do you do what you do?
When we formed this company, before this I was just selling the generic gold and silver from America, from Australia, and from British and whatnot. When I decided to form this company under SRDC umbrella, I spoke with the other business partner why we do what we do. It's a little bit unique compared to what's available in the market and people behind it. We are minting Islamic gold, dinar, and silver dirham. And coming from a non-Muslim background, people will always have a different look at us when you see a different face towards that. Instead of looking at it as a challenge, we kind of look at it in a different perspective, because we believe that the Islamic economy itself has a lot to offer to all mankind. It's not just exclusive to the Muslim. And based on that, we think that by minting dinar and dirham, it will play as one of the tools for everyone to start savings in the right money. One coin is as cheap as 19 ringgit. I mean, like, one coffee is 15 ringgit. People won't think twice just to buy one overrated coffee. But when it comes to savings, people might think that, oh, gold is very expensive, it's 900, 1,000 plus. But when it comes to silver, we offer another option. It's 19 ringgit. Anybody can start, even a student, even kids. So that's the reason why we do what we do.
Okay. What do you see money as?
Money to me is not about how many zeros you have in the bank. To me, money is what you can buy and how much weight you have in hand. Because if I tell you I have 1 million in the bank versus I have 10 kilos of gold in the bank, which one would you be more interested to find out? Of course, 10 kilos of gold in the bank or in the safe box. So, and that itself is an insurance for me on what I can buy for tomorrow, next month, next 1 year, next 10 years, even next 50 years, and also a legacy for my next generation. So that's what I think it is.
Okay. Question number 5. How did you grow up?
I grew up around money it's no different like any other kids out there. I think that money is just that piece of paper, what you can buy. You need to work hard and save enough, pay all your loan, all your debt. You buy a car, you pay it debt as fast as possible. But once I got exposed of the idea of gold and silver, the history of it, I have a paradigm shift, and it took me 6 months actually. And there is a certain period of depression as well, because I was so say depressed, because what I used to know was actually can pretty much just I can just throw it down the drain. And it took me 6 months to readjust my paradigm, to see money from a real perspective, which mainstream won't give you that kind of angle. And that's how I look at it. Money today is just as good as what you can buy, and it's not how much you keep, it's how much you can roll. That's where the idea of cash flow comes in, which is a very famous theory introduced by Robert Kiyosaki. And I apply that simple ESBI idea, apply that in my personal finance, in my business, and I share it to everyone. And that little idea works, not the previous idea of money, which is work hard, save as much as possible, buy a new car, buy a new house, and retire at the age of 60 or 65. Now I think it's 66, I'm not sure. But today the idea is all about how much you can roll it, and that will be able to overcome the problem of the old idea of money.
What is ESBI?
ESBI stands for employee, S stands for self-employed, which is at the left quadrant, and S stands for, B stands for business owner, it means your own business. I stands for investors. E and S on the left, and B and I on the right quadrant. A lot of us will start off, especially fresh graduates, will start off on the left quadrant and eventually go to the probably their own business, self-employed, like for example doctor, lawyer and whatnot. Those are self-employed quadrant. The difference between the major difference between this quadrant and this quadrant is that the time that you spend to have the cash rolling in. On the left side is you yourself have to spend the time in it. On the other side is you can leverage through people, through a group of team, or even different vehicles to generate more cash flow to yourself. So that's the difference, ES and B and I.
Okay.